Business buying mistake number 8 is not having enough cash. You see, businesses fail not through lack of profitability, but through lack of cash. And when you have got a business group that is growing, it needs more cash than you would ever realize. So this is something that I want you to consider very seriously. Everyone negotiates the price, right? And everyone negotiates the terms, the way the price is paid. But what people don't negotiate so much is, and probably hardly ever, they don't negotiate the amount of working capital that is left behind in the bank to operate the business. So working capital is the cash that's needed on a day-to-day basis to pay the bills. It's to bridge that gap between work being done and work being paid for. And working capital is a negotiation. It's a negotiation between your CPA and the seller's accountant. And when you negotiate working capital, you've got to remember that without that working capital, there may not be a business in 3 months' time. And I've seen people who've bought great businesses, profitable businesses, and quite literally 3 months later, they start to run out of cash. All it takes is an expensive month and some slow payers, and there isn't enough cash in the business. So negotiating that working capital amount is very, very critical. So think of it as a triangle: the price, the terms, the working capital, and those 3 things combined are going to create a successful acquisition for you. And this is a very serious subject, really, because this can be the difference between success and failure. So you might think once you've bought the business, you can raise money to give you that additional working capital. Well, lenders don't really like to lend for working capital. They like to lend for growth and investment and buying assets, as opposed to just getting you through to the end of the month. So when you're looking at a business, always look at the cash balance that that business has. So as part of your initial diligence, you're going to look at the bank statements of the business. And those bank statements are going to give you a clue as to how much cash that business has on a day-to-day basis or a week-to-week basis. And if the business is running in its overdraft at all times, that is clearly a business that hasn't got enough cash, and maybe that is why the seller is motivated to sell. So business buying mistake, big one this, is not having enough cash in the business.